Good evening, and well, it's good evening in Germany. And let me start by telling you how very sorry I am for not making it at 5 o'clock, whatever the time was in the US. It was completely my fault. And again, I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. I would like to offer you one-on-one session to get you up to speed with AI. As well, I wasted your time, so I'll be happy to get you started seriously. But before we find the time for that, I want to show you in a little video the things that we would have tried out if I would have made my live session, and I hope to whet your appetite for working with generative AI. I don't know how much you've already done, or if you already started out, if you given it a try, stopped again, or ready to try again. Anyway, here are some fun things and hacks that I like to do during the day when I'm working with AI. So it may be in business context or in a private context. I work in quality management. I do a lot of audit plans for colleagues, for myself, for different sites. So I brought an example about what things that I used to work with. And typical thing is an audit plan, where you've got the timetable, you've got some hints for the colleagues that's going to the site, some extra information, maybe give him a prep talk, uh, remind him to keep his questions short and his ears pricked up. It's audit, not talk it, and stuff like that. So the last few months, I used AI to help me get started with those audit plans. The typical AI setup is that you've got a spot to put in your question, your prompt. You can just switch from one to another. In Gemini, it's here. Claude, you've got it here. Philo here. So it's always like a line, but it's always deeper than just a line. Usually, you can get in like if you want to make a big prompt, you can get in like like a whole page, but that might be a little bit long to start. But here we are with mine. I want detailed instructions for the preparation of an internal audit in a food company, and I wanted to include the audit plan, something with time management, keeping in mind that I need questions on hygiene, traceability, all these things. I want some add-ons, preparations for interviews and on-site inspections, and I want to get some tips on structured communication. It's a whole lot, but nonetheless, here we go. And I hope you can see that it's quite fast. It's definitely faster than I'm typing, and it's faster than I'm reading. And it's not like they come out, these internal audit plans, they come out like perfect and ultra polished. There's still stuff to do. It's more like if you've given it to a new colleague, you told him more or less what you want, and then he comes back with the result. But if you just give it to a colleague, um, he will be gone for like an hour, maybe two, and then come back to you. And here it's, well, as you've seen, I wouldn't have had the time to pick up a coffee in that time. Let's have a look what we got. We got audit plan scopes, all nice enough. And here we've got what I was looking for, preparation for interviews and on-site inspections. If you're not doing that many audits, like every week or a few every month, uh, you tend to lose your touch a little bit. Well, I do, some of my colleagues do as well. And to make sure that we are all on the same page, and giving the same points or deducting more or less the same points if we find something, if we get a finding. Uh, we have to make catalogs with things we need to check. And there's also a range of answers or findings and how they are to be um, processed. Let me call it processed. If it's very good, if it's good enough, if it's bad, things like that. And you always get a little bit of an add on. And I would like the AI to do one of those for me. So I say 3-1 interview preparation, like with a colleague again. I think I still got one in the C. Oh, yeah. So bad at writing. That was. Oh, let's just keep it that way. So you see that AI has gone far enough to ignore bad writing, bad spelling. I asked it to give me a list of 15 questions that I can ask during the audit concerning food safety management. And I want examples for a very gawk, a very good, a mediocre, and an insufficient answer, and give me the result in the form of a table. I like it when things are squared out. Let's have a look. And here we are. Here is my table. I've got my questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, well, that should be 15. I've got examples for very good answers, for mediocre answers, and for insufficient answers. Nice enough. And now I want add a did I column with best practices, and we're off again. I can tell you that if well, when I was younger, I was one on the receiving end of things like, yes, maybe you should add a column for this or you should add a column for that. After like the third round, I was like, oh, I was quite unhappy, quite unhappy. That's a good thing with AI. It doesn't get that unhappy. And here I've got my best practices, just as I wanted. Isn't it nice? Yeah, you've got some tips for if I want to do a microbiological testing. All fun and games. Very nice. And that's about the speed that you can expect when we're doing that. Let's give somebody else a try with our original prompt. Well, not that one. This one is Claude AI from Anthropic. I think they're California based, and they are very good as well. They've got I think it's the same company that got Cursor. That's a coding, an AI assisted coding platform. Since they've got Cursor, they're always a little bit short on computation power. So you might only get 5 or 6 prompts every few hours in. But nonetheless, they are quite good and quite fast as well. They've got their own bag of tricks. Of course, they are as well able to do the thing with the tablet, and we want something else out of this one. We would like to see a process chart. Wait. Chart based on whatever we just found. And here we are. Ah, how unpleasant. We've got a syntax error. Welcome to the world of AI. Let's try it again. Please fix syntax error. Want a mermaid diagram. Let's see if this one helps. And it does. What I just did there, I got twice. I got the information that there's an error, so some kind of syntax error, and instead of looking into my input and trying to find ways to fix it, I just told it to fix it, which it did. And now we make it a little bit bigger, and whoops, here we are. Not pretty, but could have been worse. That's the time frame. And let me just do give me a process visual visualization. Sorry, it's a little bit late here. Visualization of 4 steps. Let's do shopping, storing, packing, delivering. Let's see. It's quite capable of doing nicer things. Let's try it with something else. And here we go. And it can do, yeah. So you can generate this kind of process pictures, but you can as well generate another type. Let's see if I can find one. If you all, I think this one. Yeah. So this style is possible as well. And but that is Claude AI, very good at maths, at programming, very good in writing text. But unfortunately, it's usually just a few shots that you've got. Then there is another subset. These are AIs that you might want to use for primarily for research, but they can do those internal audit question stuff as well. Let's see what we've got. This one is Perplexity, and you may want to keep an eye on the sources. This one is very good in showing you where it's got its ideas from. So here you've got the sources from the internet. It's still working. We've got the 3 as well with the interview preparation. Of course, you can do the thing with the tablet as well. And here you've got, uh, in addition, videos that you might want to look at, and you've got pictures from the internet that might be useful. And of course, you've got here your sources. And if I go here, whoops, you're actually at the correct website. With OpenAI, even if you ask it to get me the links to the sources you used, even if you ask it for the sources, it will provide you with some links, but you really, really have to double and triple check if those links are still viable. So let's have a look. Oh, this one is actually. Usually, it's like half of them are that the page is not there anymore, especially if it's older ones. Well, but this time not. Anyway, if you want text and good structured text, brainstorming ideas, people usually say you go for ChatGPT, and if you want to search, you go for Perplexity. But they are closer together than most people say. So you can always give it a try in both. Then there's another one that's closer to Perplexity, I thought. That one is Philo. It's from Japan, actually. And they claim that you can search in any language. And they've got a few other tricks in their bags. Let's have a look. You can watch it think. As you can see, a lot of sources, uh, two languages. You've got the sources here, as well as related pictures, related videos, all fun and games. But something that this one has, this Philo, is a mind map. You can generate a mind map from your findings. Soon. Hmm. I'm trying so hard not to hit the F4 button to make it start again, and I hope you're quite proud of me. I'm quite proud of myself as well, but I'll only give it 10 more seconds. Sorry, I need to give it another try. Let's give it a. This should be much faster. Here it is, and it's not just still building up. It's not just a static picture, but you can see, you can open and close the parts, and you can play a little bit with the look. But usually, the first one is the one that's best. And there's another gimmick hidden in Philo, and that's it can generate a presentation from whatever you found there. As you see, it's hard at work, hard at work. And this is still the the version without a paid account. It's still a free version. It generates the outline, and once it's done, you can edit. You can go in here. Let's go back. Then we go on. Find a nice look. Let's do something in. This one looks nice. And create. And you get a complete PowerPoint presentation that you can change. You can download it and change it in PowerPoint. And I'm somebody who used to spend way, way, way too much time on creating PowerPoints and stuff without being rather really good at it. There are still PowerPoints that I do with um, all the might of a 1980s office user, but quite often I go to these AI solutions now, or use them for a start, and then I come back. You can simply download it and see you can do PowerPoint image or a PDF. We do a PowerPoint. We want to edit the text, and down we go. So that's as well possible with AI. There are other offerings to do things like that. There's Gamma app, but they only do 8 slices, so that's a little bit short. And let's take a look. Open file. Will it open? Yes, it's open. Here it comes. So, well, this one is a time saver. I think most of these AI tools are either really time savers, and they're very helpful if you need new ideas or if you need like some basic stuff done or some slightly more advanced stuff done that you only want to give a little bit of your personal touch to finish. And yeah, it's this one's something different. Yeah, you see, I can still work in it. And so how's that one? If I say I want to make it a 7, oops, I may have to. No, yeah, I can still change the content. So that was Philo AI. They are only doing those presentations in English, so good for you, not so good for me. And yeah, of course there is Gemini. That's from Google. Quite nice as well. Used to be a little kind of crap, but now it's really good, well, good enough. And that's the one where you can put the most input in. You can put a small book in there with with the time, a lot of pictures, stuff like that. So it all cranks it away. The other ones can do that too, to a certain point. But if it's about who can put what into this prompting window, Gemini is the heavy hitter. You have to be aware that especially with Gemini, whatever you put in there will be used for training. With ChatGPT, you can change the settings and go to data control, and usually if you start out, it's usually on, and then you go in there and you just turn it off, and then you're not training the model with all your data. Here, Claude started out already with saying they are not using the input for the training of data, but all these things, especially with free accounts, may change from one day to another. In general, I put no info and no data into the chatbot, whichever, that I wouldn't be, well, I wouldn't say comfortable, but I that wouldn't make me freak out if I lost the printout in the bus. So no company secrets, no personal details, no stuff like that. But for more or less anything else, what a nice idea. There are a lot of different ways you can use those chatbots. As I already said, helping with documentations, brainstorming. You can use them to explain concepts to you, teach me something, teach me how to solve this or that math problem, make it step by step. So it's yeah, the sky is the limit, and you don't have to be a good programmer, you have to be a good communicator, and that's what you do with GPT and these things. Yeah, that brings me to an end, and I would love to do a deeper dive into AI with you, and yeah, I'll send you the link to the video, and find me. I'll give you some ideas. Maybe when I'll give you some days and times when I'm available for doing the deep dive. Just let me know. Thank you, and have a nice day.